Hello everyone. So today we are going to discuss how we can do the Ansible setup. I was getting a lot of queries for the installation related Ansible. I was getting the issue like after the installation of Ansible, the people were getting like they are not able to see the Ansible configuration file. So in this lecture we are going to understand how we can do the Ansible setup for your environment. So in this example what I have done, I have taken a simple example. This is my Ansible server, and which I am going to install the Ansible, and these are my client machine, client 1, client 2 and client 3. These are my managed hosts. So first of all I would show you how we can do the Ansible installation, and then we'll show you how we can do the setup so that my Ansible server or my control node will start communicating to all my client machines, and they can start doing the automation. So first of all let me log into my Ansible server. So this is my Ansible server. So we'll show you what are the steps which can be used for the Ansible installation. So I have created this simple file notepad in which I have written all the steps for the installation of Ansible. So here you can see that I have mentioned this RHL 7 or CentOS. If you are using your Ansible server, that is your RHL 7. So let me first show you what version I am using here. So I am using here, this is Ansible 7.2. If you are using RHL 6, so you can use the command which I have shown in the notepad. So I am using RHL 7, so I would be copying this. So before to that I am going to create a directory. So you can create any directory, doesn't matter, and I'm going to copy this. So first step I have to install this RPM of the Apple. Okay, this is done. You can see that Apple has been copied now. So this is a simple RPM, and which can be used to enable extra RPM package for your system. You should have the internet connection for that. And for the installation of this I would be using RPM-IVH Apple. Now this has been already installed. So after the installation of this, you can see that if I'm going here, this directory has been created now. Apple, this 2 files will be created. If you want to cross check, you can cross check with this command. So you can see that some typo mistake. So 12,703 extra packages has been enabled for this system. It means that I can install, I am able to access these packages. Now the next step is that I have to install this package, yum install this one. And one more thing, if you are using different operating system, you can use the different link for that. I have mentioned each and everything in this PPT, in this notepad. You can say that for RHL 6 32-bit you have to copy this. If you are using CentOS 6 or RHL 6 64-bit, then you have to copy this. After that, simple, I am installing this, yum install this one, which is already installed. If it is not installed, it will be installed using your Apple. And after that you can simply upgrade your pip. Although it is not required, but if you want you can do it. It will take few seconds from now for the upgradation of this pip. Okay. Sometimes I have faced an issue like after installation of this Python 2 pip, that is my second step, and after doing the installation I was getting an error message, or maybe it will install a package of Ansible which is older one. So if you want to get the latest version of Ansible, so better if you can upgrade your pip. If you are not upgrading the pip, it doesn't matter, it will install an Ansible. So here it will take some time, so I am taking a pause here. You can see that this package is it is showing that it is already up to date. If it is not up to date, it will install the latest version of pip. Pip is an Python package which can be used to install your Ansible. Now the next step is your pip install Ansible. Okay, it is showing that unknown. It's a type of mistake. I have to pip install this one. Now you can see that it is already installed because I have already done this practice installation. So it will take few seconds if you'll fire this command, but one should have the internet connection. If you have the internet connection, the installation will be done in within 2 or 3 minutes. So the next step, let me check the Ansible version. Ansible version. Now it is showing that this 2.7.1. Sometimes I have seen that the people is saying that my student is saying that after installation of this, the config file is missing. If it is so, then you can do one thing. I have already given this link here. You can download the configuration file from this location. Go to this. Okay. Now it has downloaded this file. You can move this file from this location to this etc Ansible. Okay, and after that you have to create this file, host file. And sometimes I have seen that this directory is not created as well, so you have to create this directory as well, etc Ansible, and then copy the ansible.cfg file which you have downloaded with this command and put it this location and create your host file and give the full permission of this host file. Reason being, this host file will be managed, will be edited by your normal users, so they should have the full access. Because if you'll see that this host directory, it is in this location, it is the part of etc, and the files which would be in this directories, they should be accessible by only root access. So you have to give the full permission, so that this host file is basically your inventory file in which you are going to put the name of your managed host, the clients. So that's why I have given full permission, so that your normal user would able to access this. Now I'm going to create a normal user. So what I have done here, I have simply done the installation of Ansible. So there are few steps which you have seen in the notepad. So you have to simply copy and paste those commands. It will done the installation. You won't get any errors. One thing, you should have the good internet connection to your system. Now second step, that we have to set up the communication between your Ansible server to all your client machines. So what I'm doing here, I'm just creating a normal user. So that normal user should be created on all the client machine as well as your Ansible server. So normal user, I'm going to take this one. So normal user, I'm taking tech. So you can give any user, you have to give the password here, tech. Okay, you can see the steps which I have already given here. So you have to create the normal user. I have taken a normal user as well. Create the same users on all the client machine as well. So let me log into my client machine. This is my first client machine. User add tech. It is showing permission denied. I have to be root here. Tech. Done. So let me do it for my other client machine as well. This is my second. User add tech. So tech would be user or normal user which can be used to do the communication, or we can say the simple automation from your managed host, from your Ansible server to your managed host. Oh, what had happened here? So client 2 has been done. The last one is your client 3. I have taken 3 machines here. So what I have done, I have simply created the users on all the system machines. Now this all I have done. So what I have done till now, simply created a users, and the same user I have created on all my client machines. So coming to my this step. So now the next step is I have to make the passwordless authentication. How we can do that? So one thing is left. On all the client machine, I have created this tech user. I have to log into tech. And I'm in this location. I have to create a directory that is called .ssh, and I have to give a permission that 700 for this SSH. This is what I have to do it on all my client machines. That is my managed host and client machine, both are same. Okay, done. The last one is this one. Right now I want the communication for tech users from my control node to my this client machines should be passwordless. So again I'm coming to here, so I'm going to log in as a tech here. Okay, and I'm this location. Okay, I'm going to create the key for that. So for that the command is keygen. So they have created both the keys, private and public key. If I am here, I am searching for an hidden, so you can see one hidden directory will be created. So here this is my file. Now I have to copy this public key to all my client machines. So for that we have already copied the command, this one. Okay, so here the user which I have taken, that is my tech. So what I'm going to do here, so here I have to change the user, this tech user. Okay, so what I'm going to do here, I'm just copying this my public key to all my client machine, and in the client machine I have already created the tech user. In the tech user I have created a directory that is .ssh. In the .ssh I'm going to copy this public key as my authorized key. I'm going to copy this file to all my client machines, and while copying this file to the client machines, it would be copied as an authorized key. The name would be changed here. So done. First is done. Same I have to do for my other client. Done. Done. So if I'm coming here and I'm in this location, let me go here. You can see that I have copied this file. Okay, so what is the benefit of that? Benefit is that I can, if I'm trying to log in from my Ansible server to my, we can say, control server to all my Ansible as a tech user, because I have logged in as a tech now. If I'm trying to log into my client so it would be passwordless. You can see it is not asking for any password. I'm coming out, I'm trying to log into my second client, this one. You can see it is not asking for any password. So this is my requirement here. Okay, so this is what we can say, it's a requirement of Ansible. Ansible will only work when you have the passwordless authentication. Now all I have done now, the next step is that I have to create the file, this one, etc Ansible host, and in this file I have to put all the client machine. You can see that client machine is already there. All my client machine is already there. Now each and everything I have already done. Let me fire this command, Ansible -im command. This is my uptime, and testing is my group. You can see that I'm not getting any error. Here I have to use A as an option. You can see that I'm getting an output from all my client machines. So what I have done, I have simply done few steps. You can see a very easy steps which can be used to done the setup of your Ansible in your environment. Here I can change the command as well. You can see that I have 3 machines. The first one is my RHL 6.2, second is CentOS 7, and the last one is your RHL 7. And one more thing, this is a normal user, so obviously whatever the task I am going to do, that would be your simple task. But suppose if you want to run any command which requires some administrative privileges, like suppose I want to run this instead of this command can be run as a normal user. Suppose I want to run LV display. So this command requires some root privileges. That's why I'm not getting an output. Here in this server, Ansible server, I have logged in as a tech. Tech is a normal user. If I am simple fire LV display command, will I get an output? No, because normal user doesn't have the permission to run this command. So here what we need to do, the communication will be established between my Ansible server to all my client machine. That could be your normal user, but wherever it requires some admin privilege, it will elevate its privilege from normal to root. How we can do that? So in that case, I have to log in to all my client machine. So this is my first client machine, vi sudo g at the last, tech is my user. So this is what the entry you have to do in the sudoers files. What will happen? This tech user will become a root user, but it requires a password. Suppose I'm going to log in as a tech and I want to elevate my privilege. So to elevate my privilege, I have to fire this command. It will ask for the password. I have to supply the password of my tech user. Now you can see that I have become a root user. So this is what I have to do it for all the from all the servers. So from my this second client, vi sudo g one client is left. This is the second client. This is done now. Again I am coming back to my this system. This is my Ansible server. Okay, now again I am going to fire this command, and I have to mention this become, and this is capital K is for will ask for the password. So become means it will elevate its privilege from normal to root user. We know that LV display requires admin privilege. Now it will fire the command with, first it will log into the client machine as a normal user, that is your tech, and after that it will elevate its privilege from normal to your root user, and then it will fire the LV display command. So friend, that's all for this lecture. Hope you have understand how we can do the simple setup of Ansible for your environment. So friend, bye bye. And if you have still any confusion, and if you want to get the complete access, complete knowledge of Ansible, you can log into udemy.com and search for my course, that is Mastering Ansible Step by Step. You can search with my name Shikhar Verma. You will get my courses. A lot of courses I have created related to automation with Ansible. I have created courses on Linux as well. So bye bye, take care.